Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On this weekly expiry on Thursday, the markets are flat as flat can be. Nifty down 3 points, 24,809. Bank Nifty down 220. IT index down 334. There are absolutely no volumes, ladies and gentlemen, on Dalal Street. Traders and investors are sitting on the sidelines. Everybody is very anxious to know what will be the final outcome of this escalatory war that is now going on between Israel and Iran in the Middle East, and nobody wants to take a long or a short position in the market. Nobody knows what is going to happen next. Today the top traded counter on the National Stock Exchange is, hold your breath, Swiggy, 1690 crores traded. HDFC Bank has just 1200 crores traded. Mazgaon is the third counter, 1172. So absolutely no volume. If you look at the Nifty advance decline, you have about 22 shares in the green, 27 in the red. Overall, the trend is negative on Dalal Street. 440 stocks are in the red compared with 2110 which are in the red. So 440 in the green, 2200 in the red. So that's an easy 1:5 ratio, which means for every one stock that is up, there are 5 that are down. Selling pressure is on the Nifty PSU banking index. The small cap index is also down 2%. Mid cap select is down 1.5%. Mid cap 100 index is down 1.5%. So this myth of the market being flat is there only on the Nifty. Heavy selling pressure is ahead on the markets ahead of the weekend, which probably will be escalatory in nature as far as West Asia is concerned. We also have joining us on the show Swati Hotkar. She is the AVP for Technical Research at Nirmal Bang Securities. नमस्ते स्वाति जी, स्वागत है आपका. बाजार में तो कोई वॉल्यूम है ही नहीं. क्लाइंट्स क्या कर रहे हैं आपके?
यस, गुड आफ्टरनून शैल जी. डेफिनेटली मार्केट में वॉल्यूम्स काफी कम है. जिस हिसाब से लास्ट 3 दिन से हम कंटिन्यूसली मार्केट में सेल ऑफ देख रहे हैं. टेक्निकली बात करो तो एक नीचे में लो टॉप स्लो बॉटम फॉर्मेशंस में चल रहा है. निफ्टी में काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस हम देख रहे हैं. 25,200 25,000 ये काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस जोन है. नीचे में हम देख रहे हैं कि 24,400 एक अच्छा सपोर्ट है. तो काफी कंसोलिडेशन फेज टाइट रेंज में चल रहे हैं निफ्टी. ब्रेकआउट ऑन आइदर साइड विल डिसाइड द क्लियर ट्रेंड ऑफ द मार्केट. बैंक निफ्टी की अगर बात करो तो यस, आज उसने 20 डीएमए के नीचे क्लोजिंग दे रहा है, विच इज द कॉशियस साइन ऑन द टेक्निकल फ्रंट. अगर ये नीचे में 55,500 ब्रेक डाउन करता है तो और हमें एक सेलिंग प्रेशर देखने मिल सकता है. निफ्टी को भी नीचे लेकर है तो व्यू लिटिल बिट कॉशियस है. हम लोग लिटिल बिट काफी स्टॉक स्पेसिफिक ट्रेडिंग कर रहे हैं ऑन बोथ साइड, बाइंग एज वेल एज सेलिंग. कोई एक स्पेसिफिक ट्रेंड के हिसाब से नहीं चल रहा है, बट ये काउंटर में काफी अच्छी मोमेंटम्स रैली मिल रही है दोनों साइड पे. तो आई विल सजेस्ट कि ऐसे मार्केट्स में रादर देन कॉन्सेंट्रेटिंग ऑन द निफ्टी और द बैंक निफ्टी ट्रेड्स, जो कि काफी कंसोलिडेशन फॉर्मेशन में चल रही है, बेटर वन शुड कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन द स्टॉक स्पेसिफिक ट्रेडिंग. बट प्लीज स्ट्रिक्ट स्टॉप लॉस के साथ खेलिएगा. ओवर अभी वीकेंड भी आ रहा है, लॉट ऑफ ग्लोबल न्यूज आर गोइंग अराउंड, तो पोजीशंस लाइट रखेंगे उतना अच्छा होगा विद द स्ट्रिक्ट स्टॉप लॉसेस.
I think Swati, that's a very sensible advice. We have the weekend ahead, and lots of geopolitical issues may be sorted out over the weekend. Therefore, traders need to be light at least. There is no point extending your neck and it getting cut on Monday. Be that as it may, what are the one or two charts, Swati, you think are looking good on the on technicals? Long or short, your choice.
Yes, on the longer side, I believe Bharti Airtel really looks very strong. Even though today the market is down, this particular counter has managed to maintain its strength. Today the counter is almost up by 0.5%. I believe on the daily chart, the stock is on the verge of giving the consolidation pattern formations. And if you look at the line chart, there is a slightly inverse head and shoulder pattern formation, and it's on the verge of giving the breakout of the same. So I believe that we are likely to witness a very strong momentum rally in the Bharti Airtel. Currently, the counter is trading at 1870. One can go for a long position. Downside, one should keep a strict stop loss of a 1850. We are looking for a target of 1940 to 1960. On the short side, as of now, I believe PL and ABB really looks weak on the technical front. If I talk about ABB, even we have initiated a shortfall in this particular counter. From the last few trading sessions, Shell G, we are witnessing a low top, slow bottom formations and facing a very strong resistance of 6200, which is the cautious point. Today, the counter has given the breakdown of the cluster supports level, which was at around 6,000 level, and we are continuously facing a selling pressure below that levels. I believe that we are likely to witness the intensified selling pressure, which might take a counter towards to 5,800 and so. So these are the counters we are looking on the weaker sides, ABB and the PEL, and the Bharti looks very good on the buy side.
Okay, I'll request the PCI to kindly show us the long-term chart of Adani, Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone. There are two reasons why I'm requesting the PCI to show this chart. Adani Ports is down 2.5%, and if you see a longer term chart in the last 5 days, this is the top loser on the Nifty. Down about 7%, and the reason is fairly simple. Adani Port has a unit in Israel called Haifa. The Haifa port was purchased at a cost of $1.2 billion in January of 2023 by Adani Ports, and that port is in the middle of this fight between Iran and Israel. Lots of missiles are getting hit on either side on economically important units, and there were some reports that area around Haifa port, which is northern Israel, was also impacted, although this is something that the Adani group has completely denied, saying that all these information is false. Be that as it may, the sentiment on Adani Ports is negative, and if you see the stock price since June 10th, it's lost about 11% of its market capitalization, which now stands at 2.88 lakh crores. Let's get Swati into the conversation and take her view on this stock. Swati, your view on Adani Ports? Now it is at its lowest since May 7th.
Yes, Shabji, you have rightly pointed out from the almost 11th of June, we have seen the extensive selling pressure in this particular counter. Otherwise, previously it was trading in a very good way manner. 1490 levels we have seen on the higher side. The stock was entered into the overbought zone. Now, I believe that yes, profit booking cannot be denied at the current level, and because of such kind of a news also, the public has started booking the profits at the higher levels. At the current level, on the technical front, the counter has given the breakdown of upward sloping trend line, trading below the 20 DMA moving averages. So those are the important parameters are not really giving a positive sign on the technical front. My view is little bit cautious. Downfall we can witness up to 1280, that 1280 के levels तक it will fall down. Beyond that level, 1250 can be tested. So the view is a bit cautious as long as the counter trades below 1400 level, that is the immediate resistance level. Unless and until it doesn't give the breakout of 1400 on the closing basis, a positive momentum cannot be witnessed. So view is definitely cautious, not to create major long positions at the current market price. Try to avoid this counter.
Okay. Now bear in mind that Haifa port is not a very big contributor to the total tonnage that Adani Port manages. In fact, Haifa Port is less than, it's in a low single digit percentage of overall tonnage that Adani Port moves globally. So this is a sentimental impact on the stock price of Adani Ports rather than anything which is financially hurting the company, be that as it may. The second top gainer, the top loser on the Nifty on a weekly basis is Tata Motors. It's down substantially, down about 6%. Swati ji, what are the charts of Tata Motors telling you? There's weakness on this one as well.
Yes, this week we have already seen a downfall of almost 5.5% from the last 3 to 5 weeks. We are continuously witnessing selling pressures in this particular counters. The view is little bit cautious. Downside, the counter can fall down up to 640 to 635 level. Those levels can be tested, and from there onwards, we might see some sort of a reversal. But overall, on a longer term durations, the view is cautious to bearish. The trend is not positive. A small pullbacks rally we are witnessing in this particular counter, but on a larger degree, it doesn't show any kind of a reversals from the lower levels. So try to avoid this Tata Motors in this particular counter. Apart from that, you can better concentrate on the Eicher Motor or the TVS Motor or the Hero Motor Corp. Those are the good picks can be accumulated into your portfolio.
Okay, so this is the view that is coming in on Eicher. Remember in the morning when Mitesh ji was with us, Mitesh Panchal, he had also mentioned Eicher as one of his top picks on in the morning show. One other view that I wanted from you is Swati, on crude oil. What are the charts of crude oil telling us at the moment?
Mr. J, I'm really sorry. I don't have a commodities chart. Basically, I'm into the equity part, so we don't have a charts on the commodity things. So as of now, I don't have anything to comment on the crude oil prices.
Okay, you'll stay away from gold as well?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat once again?
Will you stay away from commenting on gold?
Gold.
Yes.
Yes, gold also
Okay.
I don't have a chart because commodity analysts are the different things and we look onto the equity side.
Fair point, fair point. The proxy for gold is Muthoot Finance and Manappuram Finance. Both of these stocks are hitting record highs, Swati. Muthoot in particular. What do you think?
Yes, Muthu definitely it's really doing very well on the technical front. The counter has given the breakout of the flag patterns, and from the last 1.5 we are witnessing a very strong rally from this particular counter. The stock is currently trading at 2650. I believe that this kind of a strength is really looking very positive on the technical front. Very soon we are likely to hit the 3000 levels if the gold is continuously making the news high. So definitely it's a very strong counters. One should those who are having any long calls, they can definitely hold on downside. It has a very crucial support nearby 2550. So as long as it stays above that level, you can hold on the long positions for a target of 2900 to 3000 levels. On the Manappuram, if we do the comparative analysis between the Manappuram and Muthoot Finance, I will go ahead with the Muthoot Finance. Manappuram Finance from the last 3 days is witnessing some sort of a selling pressures at the higher levels. Currently, the counter is trading at 263. I believe that if such kind of a continuous selling is likely to be seen in the near term future, the stock is likely to hit the levels of a 245 to 250. So the view is a bit cautious on this particular stock, but one can definitely go ahead with the Muthoot Finance and remain intact in their buy call. And if you are having any long positions in Manappuram Finance, you can book your profits or stay away from this particular counter at the current market price.
Okay, perfect. And any view on Bajaj Finance after its stock split? It is a bit more affordable to the retail investor now.
Yes, because of the corporate events, we have seen last week a very strong momentum rally from almost 880 to 980 within a span of 2 working days. And from there onwards, we have seen selling pressures after the splits and the bonus things. Now, the counter is trading nearby its cluster support zones, which comes straight around 885 level. If it respect that level, then we can witness some sort of a reversal or the small pullback rally on the higher side. If not, then I believe that the 860 are the downside levels. But looking towards the current short-term structure of the analysis on the Bajaj Finance on the technical part, the view is a bit cautious. I believe that the 860, 880 levels can be tested. So not to create major long positions at the current market price.
Okay, let me just take a detour into the market now. About 10 minutes left for it to close on weekly expiry day. I'll just start with a couple of basic checks. As Swati and I have been discussing, there is absolutely no volume in the market. Nobody's trading. And one very interesting chart I want to see is Asahi India Glass. Remember, this was a stock that was at its early morning peak when it hit 820. We had discussed the uptick, and now selling pressure is all around it. Stock down actually 4%, and on very heavy volumes. 75.6 lakh shares have been traded, and 48 times the 5-day average is what 78 lakhs is. You have a strong move which is coming into AG's Logistics, 3% higher at 798. Again, very heavy volumes, 27 lakh 45,000 shares. Strong move in Anand Rathi, in alkylamines, 1.4% higher. KEI Industries, and a stock that Swati just mentioned, Eicher Motors, 1.9% higher, and the volumes in the cash market, about 9 lakh shares, is about 2 times the 5-day average. So these are changes that are happening in the market on actually low volumes. In terms of all-time highs, 2 stocks, Muthoot that we've discussed, and another one which is Anthem Investment, which we really don't talk much about. We'll leave that to some other day. But Swiggy, 2.2% higher, the top traded counter today. Some value buying happening here, Swati?
Okay, looking towards the volume, I believe yes, bottom fishings are going on into this particular counter, because whenever the stock has hit 340 levels, we have witnessed a buying along with the good volumes. So probably the clients are trying to bottom fish this particular stock, because the risk reward ratio is really favorable, because already we have seen a fall from the 620 to almost 300 levels. So retracement has been completed. So at the current market price, the risk reward ratio is favorable. I will not suggest to take a fresh long positions at the CMP, but if you're getting any dips towards to 340 or 350 levels, because everyone is doing a comparative analysis between the Swiggy and the internal. So everyone as of now preferring Swiggy compared to the internal. So the volume has been shifted towards the Swiggy if we do the price analysis and all those things. So I believe that the Swiggy really looks good, but not at the CMP. If we want to go for a long positions, 350, 345 levels are the attractive levels. Upside as of now, if the counter breaks 385 levels, even today we have witnessed those high levels, but it's unable to give the breakout of the same level on the closing basis. Any move above that level will see the extension of this rally towards to 440. So the view is definitely positive. Just keep some patience. If the counter falls down, then you can definitely take a long position.
Okay. Are you also observing the very sharp rally that we are seeing in defense counters? Any favorites here? You've mentioned BEL as one of your potential stocks where there could be some selling pressure. Anything apart from BEL that you might want to look at on the long side, or maybe another short trade?
Yes, I will discuss of both the side trades, long as well as on the short side. On the short side, I'm looking the Indigo. This particular counter from the last 3 trading sessions, trading below the 50 days moving average, it has given the breakout of the same. Now, if you look towards the hourly chart, also the counter has given the formation of the head and the pattern formation. It's on the verge of giving the breakdown of that neckline, which comes to it around 52.50. Though I am talking about the future levels. Currently, the counter is trading at 52.67. So one can go for a short position at the CMP as well, looking for a target of 51.60. Upside, you can keep the stop loss of 53.40 levels. Keep in mind those levels are the future levels. So one can go for a short in the Hindalco. On the buying side, we are looking for on the banking. Kotak Bank really looks good, even though today the Nifty is not performing, Bank Nifty is not performing really well, but this counter is into the plus. If we witness some sort of a positive momentum in the near term in the Bank Nifty, this will be the stock which will take a indices on the higher side, because the counter is well placed above the important moving averages, trading in the formations of the high tops, high bottom. So on a higher side, 22.20, 22.50 levels we are looking. So the Kotak Bank really looks good. Another counter is the DMart. This particular stocks also looks positive on the technical front. Today it has given the cluster resistance breakout of 52.40 levels. We have seen an intraday high of 42.50. Since the market is not doing very well, we are witnessing some sort of a selling pressure, but no need to worry in this particular counter. Any dips towards to 41.40, 41.20, one can definitely go for long positions because on a larger degree the formations is really good. So one can go for a long positions by keeping the stop loss of 4050 for immediate target of a 4270, 4300. So these are the three talks. It's really on my radar on the buy and the sell side.
Okay. There has been a massive breakdown in the Nifty PSU banking index. I'll request the PCR to kindly show a long term chart, down 2%. This is of course the biggest loser in terms of indices today, and if you see a longer term chart, it is below its 21 EMA, which essentially means that this fall is going most probably going to accelerate. Amongst the top losers are Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda. The charts are getting weaker and weaker. There are actually no gainers on the Nifty PSU banking index, and heavy selling pressure is seen on Central Bank, 3.7% lower. Punjab and Sindh Bank is 3.4% lower. In fact, so many stocks are more than 3% lower. Bank of India 115.6, UCO Bank below 30 rupees, Indian Overseas Bank has slipped below 37, Canara Bank down 3% as I have mentioned, Union, PNB, Bank of Baroda, all of them have slipped in trade. And are these heavy volumes? Yes, all of them have traded more than 100% of their 5-day average. So, in a market where volume is missing, you have selling pressure on PSU banks, which is accelerating. So, this is something to note. Swati, any comments on the PSU basket, banking basket?
Yes, on the PSU band, you have rightly pointed out that we are witnessing a selling pressure from the last 2 to 3 trading sessions. The indices is trading below 20 DMA, which is the concern point. Downside, the index likely to fall up to 64.50 levels, up to that level. On the stock specific, Bank of Baroda and the SBI really doesn't look that much great because those two counters are giving the breakdown of the 200-day moving average. So whenever the counter trades below 200-day moving average or gives the breakdown of that important moving averages, all the people gets into the selling positions or to book the profits. So because of those things, those two counters are really not looking good on the technical front. BOB currently trading at 233. We might witness some sort of a fall which might take a counter towards to 220 to 210 levels. And about the SBI, this particular stock is also from the last 1 weekend, so we are continuously witnessing a selling pressure. Downside, it might come down towards 2750 and so levels. So up to that level, we are likely to witness some sort of a selling pressure. So these are the two counter one can go look for the short position, SBI and the Bank of Baroda.
Okay, almost closing hour. Thank you, Swati, for these lovely conversations. We'll remember Bharti Airtel, Eicher Motors in particular, and of course the short view on BEL and Indigo. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, just 2 minutes left for the market to close. We'll start with the index. Nifty is flat as flat can be. 57 points lower in this weekly expiry day. 24,750 is what the bulls will hold. Now, if you think that the market has done nothing, I'll request the PCR to fire the Nifty Midcap 100 index and the small cap index. Selling is there. 1.8% lower on the index of midcaps and a similar loss on the small cap index, in fact much more. Advance and decline is terrible. 1:5. For every one stock that is up, 5 are down. So this week hasn't turned out to be great for the Nifty for two reasons. It's testing its lower boundary, 24,750, 24,700. This is a boundary that has been working for the last 1 month or so, if not more. Any breakdowns below that have been purchased on the next day. But Friday looks difficult, tonight is difficult. This war between Iran and Israel is hitting sentiment, at least in India, terribly, as also Asia, So the rate cuts that happened overnight on Wall Street had no impact at all across Asia, across Wall Street, and now because the world is grappling through a bigger problem, which is this flare up in West Asia. Now there are all signs that this flare up is showing signs of deepening tonight as attacks in Tel Aviv and Tehran are increasing in their ferocity. So tomorrow you just might see a gap down on the Nifty, and the losses that you see on the small cap and the mid cap index might get reflected on the main index. With that very somber and sad thought, we'll call it a day. The only plus point that I see in today's trade in weekly expiry is absolutely no volume. So traders are not interested in shorting the market, they are not interested in going long either. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll call it a day on the live coverage of stocks at Business Today Television, but stay glued and have a nice evening.
My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier.